This video brings an urgent message about the consequences now facing those who tried to destroy you just 3 days ago. What's happening to them isn't random. It's divine justice unfolding before your eyes. This isn't just another video about karma. It contains revelations about how heaven responds when someone attacks you unfairly. Those who plotted against you, spread lies, or tried to ruin your reputation are now experiencing unexpected setbacks that many fail to connect to their actions against you. This message has found you at the perfect moment to understand what's really happening. Don't scroll away, because what you're about to learn will finally explain the strange events surrounding your enemies right now. There's a pattern of justice occurring that will bring you peace once you recognize it. This isn't an ordinary message about justice. It's a divine revelation about a specific pattern of consequences that follows attacks against you. Heaven has been watching closely as certain people attempted to harm you just 3 days ago, and now something remarkable is happening in their lives. Missing this revelation means failing to recognize the divine justice that's currently unfolding. What looks like coincidence is actually carefully orchestrated retribution. This timing, exactly 3 days after their attack, reveals a spiritual principle that few understand. The window to connect these events won't stay open forever. That's why this message found you today. Your attention to this video isn't by chance. It's divinely arranged to help you see what's happening to those who tried to destroy you. Many never make the connection between the attacks they faced and the sudden problems their attackers experienced shortly after. Those who attacked you thought they would face no consequences. They believed their actions against you would bring them advantages without any price. They were wrong, and understanding what's happening now will bring you unexpected peace and closure. Every unfair accusation you've endured has been noticed. Every betrayal by those you trusted has been recorded. All the times people conspired against you, yet you maintained your integrity anyway, have been honored and remembered. Your struggles against those who tried to destroy you haven't gone unseen. Those moments when others believed lies about you, heaven saw your pain. The times when your character was attacked unfairly, yet you refused to stoop to their level, that dignity was recognized and valued. The courage it took to keep going, when powerful forces aligned against you, has been deeply appreciated. The tears you've shed in private after putting on a brave face in public have all been collected. The questions you've asked about why good people suffer while attackers seem to prosper have all been acknowledged. Justice doesn't always arrive immediately, and consequences aren't always obvious when they first appear. Sometimes they require patient observation to recognize. Heaven understands this challenge, which is why these consequences are now becoming so clear that you can't possibly miss them. The consequences now facing your attackers appear in various forms, but follow a consistent pattern. Look for sudden reversals in their circumstances, unexpected problems arising in the very areas they attacked you. Notice unusual timing of setbacks that align perfectly with their actions against you. These consequences often manifest as public exposure of their true character, loss of the very position or status they tried to take from you, or surprising betrayals from their own allies. Some experience strange blocks in areas where they previously succeeded easily, while others find their words and actions mysteriously exposed. This pattern of justice is uniquely connected to how they tried to harm you, showing a divine precision that random chance cannot explain. It connects directly to the specific attacks you endured just 3 days ago and responds to each one with fitting consequences. The 3-day window between attack and consequence isn't coincidental. It's a spiritual principle reflecting divine timing. Once you recognize this pattern, you'll see it operating consistently in situations where you were wrongfully attacked. When you recognize these consequences happening to those who attacked you, many confusing aspects of your recent struggles will suddenly make sense. The painful events you've endured, the unfair treatment, and the spiritual questions these attacks raised will all find resolution in this understanding. A profound peace will wash over you as you realize that justice doesn't require your personal involvement or vengeance. You'll experience a remarkable closing of emotional wounds as you witness the perfect balance of divine consequences unfolding without your intervention. Your spiritual discernment is entering a new level where you can clearly see cause and effect in the spiritual realm. This awareness marks something significant in your spiritual journey. Evidence that you're developing eyes to see how heaven responds to injustice. Something incredibly meaningful is happening in your understanding of divine protection, far deeper than simply seeing your attackers face problems. The recognition of these consequences begins a spiritual awakening that touches every area of life, from your sense of security to your trust in divine justice, to your confidence in moving forward after attacks. There's a wave of heavenly attention surrounding your situation right now. You're becoming more spiritually attuned to patterns of justice, naturally recognizing divine consequences in your daily experience. Seeing these consequences brings a heightened awareness of divine protection even in your most vulnerable moments. More spiritual insights about heaven's response to injustice will begin flowing to you than ever before. This isn't happening randomly. It's a carefully arranged revelation designed specifically for this season, following recent attacks against you. Your patience during unfair treatment matters more than you realize. Your refusal to seek revenge inspires heaven. Your trust in divine justice makes a difference in how consequences unfold. This divine response shows that heaven deeply values your integrity during attacks. Each moment you chose peace instead of retaliation, each time you maintained dignity when provoked, these choices activated powerful spiritual principles. Heaven delights when you finally recognize the justice it has been orchestrating in response to those who tried to destroy you. The timing of these consequences, exactly 3 days after the attack, isn't coincidental. This precise timing has been divinely chosen to reveal a spiritual principle about justice. Your spiritual awareness has now developed enough to recognize these patterns that might have been invisible to you before. Your heart has expanded through suffering. Your wisdom about spiritual laws has deepened through experience. Your soul is now prepared to understand divine justice more clearly than ever before. All the attacks you've endured have actually been preparation for this revelation about how consequences follow harmful actions. Nothing in your painful experiences has been wasted. Every attack has shaped your ability to recognize divine justice when it appears. These consequences happening now are connected to larger spiritual movements, restoring balance wherever injustice has occurred. Heaven is revealing similar patterns of 3-day consequences to others who are spiritually alert and ready to receive this understanding. What seems like delayed justice is actually perfect timing, allowing space for repentance while ensuring accountability for those who continue in harmful actions. If you're feeling a sense of peace as you recognize these divine consequences, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right. Your support helps these revelations about divine justice reach others who are suffering from unfair attacks right now. When you give, you participate in a sacred exchange that allows us to continue creating content that helps people recognize heaven's response to injustice. Your generosity ensures others learn about the 3-day principle of divine consequences. As you begin to recognize these consequences facing your attackers, new spiritual wisdom will naturally develop in your life. This clearer understanding brings new responsibilities, not just to yourself but to everyone facing similar attacks who might miss seeing divine justice when it appears. Don't view these responsibilities as burdens, but as sacred opportunities to share wisdom about how heaven responds to injustice. This revelation signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity in how you respond to your attacker's downfall. Finding balance becomes essential during this time of vindication. While acknowledging the consequences your attackers now face, remember to maintain your own integrity through forgiveness, wisdom, and proper perspective. These spiritual qualities have distinguished you from your attackers and will continue to elevate you as you witness their consequences. Heaven is inviting you to become more than just someone who experiences vindication, but a person who helps others understand divine justice with wisdom rather than gloating or revenge. Your response to seeing consequences unfold reveals your true character. As you become sensitive to these consequences facing your attackers, consider how you can help others who might miss recognizing divine justice in their own situations. Your experience shows that heaven consistently responds to attacks, even when we fail to notice the connection. Heaven witnesses every moment of recognition when someone connects an attacker's sudden problems with their previous harmful actions. Your story of seeing these 3-day consequences brings hope to people feeling victimized or wondering if justice still exists today. Your awareness becomes a light that helps others develop eyes to see what heaven is orchestrating all around them in response to injustice. This understanding isn't meant to be a private satisfaction. It's an invitation to help others experience the same peace of knowing that attacks don't go unanswered. Heaven often works through those who have recently recognized these patterns to help awaken others who are still missing the signs of divine justice in their own situations. As you navigate this new understanding of divine consequences, stay consistently alert to the patterns. Heaven reminds you that while recognizing consequences in one situation is valuable, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of discerning divine justice at work. Maintain the spiritual sensitivity that allowed you to connect your attacker's current problems with their actions 3 days ago. Guard against missing similar patterns in the future, or slipping into doubt when justice seems delayed in other situations. Let your awareness of divine consequences flow from genuine spiritual insight rather than a desire for revenge or satisfaction. With this new ability comes ongoing responsibility to discern true divine consequences from ordinary setbacks that everyone experiences. Use this wisdom to maintain proper perspective, neither gloating over your attacker's problems nor denying the reality of divine justice. Embrace this understanding with both humility and confidence, showing others that recognizing heaven's response comes through spiritual maturity rather than bitterness. Picture a future where you consistently recognize divine consequences whenever someone attempts to harm you. Imagine moving through life with complete confidence that attacks against you will meet with divine response, freeing you from the burden of defending yourself or seeking revenge. Heaven stands with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of understanding divine justice with peaceful trust. This is truly your moment to experience deeper spiritual insight through recognizing these patterns of consequences that follow attacks within the 3-day window. This marks the beginning of a time when your perception, wisdom, and heart will be more aligned with heaven's perspective on justice than ever before. Accept this understanding with gratitude and remember that you're surrounded by divine protection even during attacks. The path ahead holds countless opportunities to witness divine consequences unfold with perfect precision and timing. What peace awaits as you learn to trust the consistent pattern of justice that follows those who attempt to destroy you? If this message has awakened understanding in your spirit, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to you. Your support allows us to continue revealing these divine patterns of justice to those facing attacks. If you're now recognizing the consequences your attackers are facing, exactly 3 days later, type "Justice Seen" in the comments as your declaration of spiritual awareness. The journey of recognizing divine consequences continues beyond this revelation. As you step into new awareness of how heaven responds to those who attack you, stay grounded in spiritual principles that keep your discernment accurate and your heart pure. Every pattern of justice you recognize could be the exact confirmation someone else needs when facing similar attacks. Your growing understanding of the 3-day principle serves as inspiration for others, wondering if heaven still responds to injustice today. Move forward with an attentive heart that notices divine patterns, a peaceful mind free from revenge, and a wise spirit that understands the perfect balance of mercy and justice. Create opportunities for others to recognize divine consequences as you enjoy the security of knowing you're protected. The spiritual principle of consequences following attacks has always been part of how heaven maintains order. By choosing to pay attention to these patterns, you join countless others who have learned to trust divine justice rather than seeking their own revenge.